Well, what's that they say about the best defense being a really good offense, or is it just really offensive? I often forget. I can't decide, because actor Liam Neeson lecturing anyone on guns has me deeply compromised, because I love the actor. I think he's gifted, great, all that. And he gives hope to, I think, aging white males everywhere who might sooner be put out to professional pasture. His violent movies help, and the fact that he shoots a lot of bad guys helps too. But maybe it's just me, but to hear Liam Neeson then criticizing America for having too many, quote, effing guns, strikes me as a tad more than, oh, I don't know, effing nuts. Katrina Pierson, you? What do you think of this?
Well, you know, Neil, I think it's interesting. Mr. Neeson's comments are typical of the constellation of Hollywood celebrities and their hypocrisy. There's this do as I say, not as I do mentality. I mean, you have these people who are not living in the real world, who live in these huge McMansions. They get on their private planes, fly to the global warming conference, and tell everybody they need to limit their carbon footprint. They tell you we don't want a wall on the southern border out of compassion, but they put walls around everything that they own. They go out there and push for more public schools, but put their kids in private schools. But gun control, Neil? This is what is interesting to me, because there wouldn't be Hollywood without guns.
Well, you know, I'm going to give him some slack, because I think he's a great actor, and I think only he could be in a movie, Taken 3, where his kid is kidnapped for like a third time. But God bless him. And I also like the fact that he is for the horse carriages in New York, even as they're raising a big stink with the mayor. But on this, it just seems so glaring to me. Why would he even try to debate this issue, whatever his views, when his movies glorify violence?
Well, it's simple. He doesn't live in the real world. He lives in Hollywood. And he defeats his own statement when he was asked about his franchise Taken and how much it involved guns. He says, oh, well, that's Hollywood. It's a fantasy. That's not going to make people go out and buy guns. Well, guess what, Mr. Neeson? We have to live in the real world. We don't live in mansions. We don't have detailed security everywhere we go. We have to protect our lives and our families in the real world. So, in fact, this is our reality.
And he could have also said his movies are an antidote to a lot of the bad guys who have a lot of guns, that to counter them you need guns. So he could have used his own movies as an example of where it's necessary sometimes.
Yes.
But having said that, I just wonder, you know, with the success of a lot of violent movies, wouldn't it be best for Hollywood just to shut up on this issue? Just shut up.
Well, absolutely. Absolutely. It's all hypocrisy, and it really takes away from the characters. I mean, I look at him differently now since he's made those statements.
See, I don't, because I still think of the horse and buggy thing, and you know, that trumps all, but that's me.
Well, but still, I mean, the whole gun control thing is just completely backwards, because all that will do is take guns away from law-abiding citizens who want to protect their families, because criminals are going to have guns regardless of the restrictions you place on them.
In the meantime, Hollywood is getting kind of a second look in the Muslim world, the foreign world. Shouldn't they be on the same page on this?
Well, they absolutely should, particularly since those movies sell. And people, they flock to movies like that because they do show them, you know, the good, the bad, and the ugly out there. But at the same time, we're talking about gun control. It's one thing to talk about global warming, but these are people's lives that they're talking about, restricting access to guns to Americans who truly need to protect their homes and their families.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's what happens. Katrina, thank you very much.